Hi, I'm Russell Wilson, and you're watching Behind the Brand with Brian Elliott.
Hey, I'm Brian Elliott. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Brand. Today I'm here with all-star athlete, quarterback Russell Wilson. Russell, thanks for being here.
Brian, thanks for having me, man. It's super exciting to be on your show.
Talk about what you're doing with this new app called TraceMe, because it sounds interesting, but I want to hear it from you.
Yeah, it's been really, really exciting. First of all, I've always kind of been the outside the box thinker. That's how I think. That's how I grew up. That's how my dad used to always ask me this. He's always, give me questions when I was a young kid. He said, Russell, you're 22. I'm 9 years old. Russell, you're 22 years old. You just won the Super Bowl. What now? And I would have to visualize these situations and scenarios, and that's where kind of my nature, my observational nature has come from.
And your preparation maybe too. It sounds like
I think so. And I think my dad and my mom, both of them, they kind of encouraged me in that way. And so I'm a very, very observational person. And so I'll take you back kind of with why TraceMe started. Pretty amazing. I've been fortunate to go to a lot of different places and see a lot of different people. And you have fans all over the world, and it's amazing to see fans from all over the world. And for example, we just went to China with Nike and Alibaba, and an amazing experience. And I'm a small town kid from Richmond, Virginia. Was told no, that I couldn't do it. 5'10" and a half, going on 5'11", and playing in the National Football League and thinking nobody in China is going to know who I am. When you get there, you have fans all over the world that know your name and wearing your jersey, and it makes you scratch your head like, really, why? Like, why me? And so I think back to these different moments where I've observed the world and observed my fans and observed, fans of the Seahawks and everywhere else. And one of the things that's really cool to me is watching passionate people, passionate fans. I think that everybody has things they're passionate about. They have people that they look up to, or teams that they look up to. Mm-hmm. I admire certain people in the world, and I think each person has somebody that they admire, and that's the idea of TraceMe, is to be able to deliver to the super fan, to deliver something VIP exclusive experience to the super fan. So for me, it's been an amazing process building TraceMe. What we're doing with TraceMe is it's an amazing platform. Think of it like a network. Think about a network for the super fans that they can connect and be one-on-one essentially.
Yeah. So right now, in our world today, we've got Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. You're talking about a really inclusive, exclusive fan experience, like beyond what we can get right now on the other platforms.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, those are amazing platforms. Snapchat, amazing platforms, and they do such an amazing job of what they do. Mm-hmm. The idea of TraceMe is a little bit different. It's different than that. It's really for the super fan. Think back to the 80s. Think back to Pearl Jam, and there used to be crazy fans of Pearl Jam. There still are, and people would pay $40, $60, $100 a year to get something exclusive in the mail, or go get this exclusive experience. And the idea of TraceMe is to be able to give you exclusive experiences to the people that we love most.
Yeah.
If I asked you if you could follow 2 to 3 people in the world, who would you follow? If you could trace 2 to 3 people in the world, who would you follow?
I would follow probably, no bias here, but like Russell Wilson, and probably Richard Branson.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Richard Branson's one of my favorite. I would probably follow. I would love to know what President Obama's doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, as the President of the United States, one of the coolest guys in the world, what is he doing now with his life? Like, what's
he eating for breakfast?
Yeah, what's he eating for breakfast?
Yeah.
I think other people, like, I would love to know. I would love to know what other great athletes are doing. Cristiano Ronaldo's of the worlds, and how does he train? How does he stay so fit?
So that's the idea, is to build this community or stable of different talent or celebrities in the whole.
Yeah, and I think it's not just for celebrities. I think the idea is for also content owners of all kinds. I think if you think about it, there's all these niches of that people love NASA. I don't love NASA, but I'm fascinated by people who go to outer space. The people who have the mental toughness to go into outer space. I was fortunate to meet a guy named Leland Melvin who went to outer space, African American male, and I was talking to him and I was asking him, I said, Leland, what do you do in outer space? And he goes, Russell, I throw football on this huge platform. It's like 300 yards. I'm like, you throw football in outer space? And this guy played in the National Football League for, I think, 5 or 6 years. And,
wow.
And to get to know Leland from that perspective, and I was fascinating. But there's 1 million+ people who love NASA,
Yeah.
who want to know what people are doing in outer space. There's people who love cosmetics. There's people who love fashion. There's people who love all these different categories.
Filmmaking. I mean, here we
exactly.
are,
I would
right?
love to know how you've done what you've done and have that behind the scenes look. And it's not just through film. It's not just through video. It's not, obviously, video and live video and all that kind of stuff, and be able to connect and chat and all that and talk with one another. But also the idea of written component where you can also write about the things that you care about and do the shows that you want to be able to do.
Yeah. So my question is, and you've got some amazing backing. You've got Bezos and you've got the folks from Alibaba and, and you've got all these great investors. And I have no doubt, they have all the confidence in the world that this is going to be awesome. But so why is the fan experience so important to you? What is it about bringing people deeper into your world that resonates?
That's a great question. I think the thing that really drove me in terms of TraceMe, and this is the real thing that really drove me. I had the fortunate situation of going to Seattle Children's every Tuesday, and every time I go into a room, every room's different. Sometimes the kid's on his deathbed, boy or girl. Sometimes they're 8 years old and they may have just been hit by a car. Sometimes they have cancer. Sometimes they may have diabetes. Sometimes their mom and dad may have no faith. Maybe they have a lot of faith. Maybe the boyfriend or girlfriend is doubting. And every time I go into that room, there's a sense of like, I want to know your story, Russ. And to me, I have all these scenarios where I get to go on the field and get to go to a Super Bowl or get to go to the red carpet, me and Sierra, and to watch little girls go, Sierra, like I wish I could go to the red carpet, and they have no TV in their room. But everybody has this phone in their hand nowadays.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so what if the thought process is, what if I could give them a personal experience, a VIP experience into my life when I hit the red carpet, or when Sierra goes to the red carpet, or when she goes on stage, or when she's on the tour bus, or when other great athletes or great politicians or leaders or great filmmakers or great actors or actresses go to these locations that people don't get to see very often. And what is their thought process? I want to know what people think and how they think. And what's also really interesting to me is, and this is the competitor in me. You always see these amazing fans. They say, Russell, I'm your number one fan. And the person next to them says, no, I'm your number one fan. And it's amazing that people really say that they're your number one fan, but they really want to connect with you. And that idea of that connection, and that idea of being able to relate to your fans in such a personal way, in a way that we're all going through this journey. And our fans really drive this journey. I mean, you go to the Super Bowl, you go to these playoffs, you go to these big moments in your life, and you have kids, and they're really connected to you. And that connection is what I really care about. And I know a lot of other celebrities and content owners just in general from all over the world really care about.
It's very clear now. To me, my interpretation is you just sort of leveled the playing field. Like not everyone gets to go walk the red carpet or be on the field with you in the coin toss. But what you're doing is giving everyone access so that, and there's always this so that statement, like so that you can buoy them up or inspire them or show them that, hey, we're just real people too. I'm eating eggs just like you're eating eggs, and giving them a shot at, fulfilling their dream.
I think also too, the reality is whether if you're myself, whether if it's you, whether if it's Michael Jordan or whoever it is, whether if it's Susie Q from Montana, the reality is that we all don't want that VIP experience. We all want to sit front stage. We all want to sit courtside. We all want to be able to see what overcoming an obstacle is like. We all want to learn better. We all want to have that experience, that one-on-one experience. We all want to have that special bottle service. We all want to be somewhere where only a few get to go.
We want to feel like we belong.
But what if we could create a location, a place where it's a membership club, where you're a member. We're both members. We relate. My fans relate to your fans, and our fans all relate together.
Yeah.
And that idea of a membership club, and that's what TraceMe's been building. That's what's so exciting about having obviously great investors, as you mentioned, from Jeff Bezos to Joe Tsai, the co-founder of Alibaba, to Chad Hurley, the co-founder of YouTube, and we have some pretty amazing people. So, it's a blessing to be able to work with such great people. And our CEO, Jason Lakinen, is the best in the world. He's phenomenal, and to have him leading the way, that's always the key to a great team. You have to have a great leader. You have to have a great, visionary, and that's who Jason Lakinen is. And I had this thought and process, and to hire a person like that to be able to lead the way every day. There's no better person.